Under a spreading chestnut tree the village smithy stands. The smith, a mighty man is he, with large and sinewy hands, and the muscles of his brawny arms are strong as iron bands. His hair is crisp and black and long, his face is like the tan. His brow is wet with honest sweat, he earns whate'er he can, and looks the whole world in the face, for he owes not any man. Week in, week out, from morn till night, you can hear his bellows blow. You can hear him swing his heavy sledge with measured beat and slow, like a sexton ringing the village bell when the evening sun is low. And children coming home from school look in at the open door. They love to see the flaming forge and hear the bellows roar, and catch the burning sparks that fly like chaff from a threshing floor. He goes on Sunday to the church and sits among his boys. He hears the parson pray and preach. He hears his daughter's voice singing in the village choir, and it makes his heart rejoice. It sounds to him like her mother's voice singing in paradise. He needs must think of her once more, how in the grave she lies, and with his hard, rough hand he wipes a tear out of his eyes. Toiling, rejoicing, sorrowing, onward through life he goes. Each morning sees some task begin, each evening sees it close. Something attempted, something done, has earned a night's repose. Thanks to thee, my worthy friend, for the lessons thou hast taught. Thus at the flaming forge of life our fortunes must be wrought. Thus on its sounding anvil shaped each burning deed in thought. A broad-shouldered man who's beneath a spreading chestnut tree. Iron bands, sinewy hands, a brow wet with honest sweat. The scene feels solid, almost reassuring. But when we linger, we begin to hear the struggle of the inner life. This poem's not really about blacksmithing. It's about becoming the kind of person others quietly rely on. And it presses an uncomfortable question that grows heavier the longer we sit with it. Is the sacrifice worth the cost? The forge governs the poem. Everything glows in its heat. The blacksmith's body is described as though it has passed through the flame. His muscles are strong as iron bands. His work sounds with measured beat. Even his moral life has density. He owes not any man. Longfellow casts integrity as something tempered, not assumed. But a forge is not gentle. Metal must be heated until it yields. It must be violently struck, reshaped, struck again. The rhythm of the poem enacts that process. Week in, week out, from morn till night, you can hear his bellows blow, with measured beat and slow. The lines are predictable, steady, unembellished, just like hammer blows. Then comes the image that changes our view of the blacksmith. His sledge falls like a sexton ringing the village bell. A sexton had a job of ringing the bell for church, for worship, but also for death. And for the blacksmith, devotion and sacrifice meet at the anvil. The bell sounds not only across the village, but within his soul, marking both the offering and the cost, the worship and the weight. The village depends on this man. Children come home from school and crowd at the open door. They love the roar of the bellows. They catch the sparks as if they were playing with light itself. They are delighted. They're safe. They are watching strength at work. And then he goes to church on Sunday. He sits among his boys. He hears his daughter singing. When her voice sounds like her mother's voice singing in paradise, the poem breaks open. His wife lies in the grave. The strongest man in the village is a widower. With his rough, hard hands, he wipes a tear out of his eyes. The most restrained gesture in all of poetry. And that restraint is what makes it devastating. He does not collapse. he does not retreat. Amid the grief, his inner life is captured in 3 words: toiling, rejoicing, sorrowing. These are not separate seasons neatly arranged. They overlap. He labors while he grieves. He rejoices while he remembers. The pain does not remove him from this place. The next morning, his hammer will fall again. Morning begins a task. Evening closes it. Something attempted, something done. A line whose modesty carries its own gravity. No gold stars or monuments in his honor, only rest earned honestly. His private pain is absorbed in communal stability. The shop remains open. The boys still sit beside him. The daughter still sings. The children still gather at the door. He becomes, without choosing it, a pillar that others lean on. That is beautiful. And it is heavy. To be a pillar is to refuse the easy bend. You hold when it hurts you. And in that holding, in that pain, others find their footing. And that's not easy, but it's worth it. The village lives by his hands. Tools shaped, plows tempered, horses steadied. His sons learn manhood not from his speeches, but from watching him. His daughter feels his love in his constancy. Even the children at the door trust tomorrow because he's been faithful today. This was not built in short bursts of devotion. It was forged over time, strike by strike, promise by promise. In the scriptures, too, as in life, this responsibility grows. Small faithfulness becomes greater trust. And greater trust brings greater responsibility. Dependability isn't dramatic, but it sustains community. No applause, only expectation. And therein is a meaningful life. To stand, to carry what has been placed in your hands, and to become, quietly, steadily, someone that others can lean on. And in the final turn, Longfellow invites us into the forge, to strike our anvil, and to enter into the same devotion. Thus, at the flaming forge of life, our fortunes must be wrought. Thus, on its sounding anvil, shaped each burning deed and thought. Life applies heat. Circumstance strikes. Loss reshapes. In the blaze of challenge, our character, our deeds, even our thoughts are forged. Just as the blacksmith tempers iron until it becomes strong, we are shaped through endurance, through labor, and through sacrifice. We are formed not only by what we accomplish, but what we endure, by the duties we shoulder, by the griefs that we carry, and by the steadfastness we maintain without faltering. And so we end confident that in the morning, beneath that spreading chestnut tree, we'll again see that blacksmith at work. And we realize that we need him, or someone like him, as the quiet anchor of our world. We rely on his steadiness, but also we need to be taught by him, to become his apprentice. He shows us what dependability requires, how to become that kind of presence that others can rest in without fear. He teaches how to offer safety by showing up, and how to shape a life around the good of others rather than around the ease of self. His ordinary steadfastness instructs us into something rare, the beautiful weight of responsibility willingly carried. And if we learn this lesson, we do not merely admire his strength, we become, in time, that strength for someone else. And that's the good life. To stand firm, to carry what has been placed in your hands, and to become the steady presence others can trust.